Hello and thank you for watching. This video is a tutorial and a playthrough for Boris Berlin's Essential Daily Exercises, set number 6. This is my favorite piano technique book, and you see the cover here. It looks like this. JB, Jennifer Bowman. No one better take this. At any rate, this is set number 6, and we are going to start with a tutorial. And the first exercise is called For the Independence of Fingers. We've been gradually building this bridge here and stretching out to maintain this shape and also maintain a firm portion of the hand right here on the first knuckle, not letting that cave and get flat. So we're going to be quite spread out for this one. Thumb here on C and the top of the hand up here on B. So if your hands are not, if you cannot reach an octave, you can just do this at whatever you can reach, whatever the largest interval you can reach between your thumb and your pinky is what you should do. If you can reach an octave, this is a great practice. So we're going to lock in the thumb, and the fingers on the top are fingers 4 and 3. The goal is to try to maintain a nice bridge here, not letting that cave under, but rather keep it firm and keeping the fingers firm here as you group them in groups of 4. You see where those accents are. We're going to try to group those together. So 4, 3, 4 notes, then feel a down, then moving up. See how my wrist is moving up just a little bit? Trying to get more notes in one physical gesture of the arm. Here's exercise number 1 from the side view. So we're going to get set, stand up. Notice the nice bridge shape and the nice firm first knuckle. Here is exercise 2 for relaxation. You want to focus on the full finger pad for this exercise. So we're going to be kind of rolling up the pad of the finger. And it is finger number 2, starting on C. Gentle lifts with the wrist as you roll up. You do a crescendo towards the top. And notice I'm doing just one motion. I'm not pressing off later. It's one fluid motion. So roll off, move, roll off, move. And then when you move, you're resetting your wrist underneath so it can pull through the key. Here's exercise 2, side view. Not too low when I'm coming underneath, just gentle lifts with the wrist. Here is exercise 3 for stretching. This one I want you to take very slowly because we're working on this portion of the hand right here, and we just want to be really gentle with that. Also, notice the angle of my hand. I'm not setting up straight like this. I'm setting up at an angle to make this a little bit easier as we navigate through these black keys. So this will be played more on the tip portion of the finger pad. The previous exercise was the whole first joint, if you will. Now we're going to just do the tops, and we're going to start with fingers 3 and 4. We're going to move between those 2 fingers. Hand at an angle. Here we go. So it's down on the triplet, down, touch, touch, down, touch, touch, down, touch, touch. Be careful right here not to go too fast. Now the angle is going to change as the third finger goes to the right. So we started like this, and then the hand's going to gradually shift that way. So let's do that one more time. Down, touch, touch, down, touch, touch, reach up. Be careful on this one. That's kind of a large interval. And then the hand gently shifts towards the right. Here's exercise 3, side view. What I want you to see from this is, see the angle of the hand. It's not straight like this, it's more at an angle. Now here is exercise number 4. This one is a little bit confusing if you're just looking at it on the music notes here on page 14. So what you're going to do, what we're doing in this exercise is we're locking in this portion of the scale when we have 2, 3 in a C major scale and the thumb passes under to F, so D, E, F. That's the portion of the scale we're working on. And so what we're trying to do is kind of lock in the hand shape. You see how it's kind of a little half circle here? So we're going to do that with fingers 3 and 2, and then the thumb is kind of out here and the half circles. We have D and E here and then the thumb there. So we're locking in that frozen position right there. So we're going to start with 2 and 3. See how the D is a little bit further out. This is a little closer to the black, and then this is underneath. Try to relax the rest of your hand, and we'll do that one more time. Now, the next fingering is 1 and 2. So 2 is going to stay there on the D, 1 is going to stay there on the F, and then we're going to lock in this middle part. It can be confusing when you first look at the music here. And then finally, our final fingering is 3 stays there on the E, 1 stays there on the F, and then we're locking in finger 2. All trying to keep the bridge nice and firm, nice hand shape. So do that one more time. And repeat. Then 1 and 2. Just watching your hand once you know what you're doing. And then holding 1 and 3. Here's exercise 4, side view. Just want you to see the locking in. And then 1, 2. Same position, 1, 3. Exercise 5 for octaves. In the previous exercise, we worked on the thumb being the solo note. Now we're going to have the pinky be the solo note. So we'll alternate between octave and pinky. And so what I want you to think about as you're going through this exercise is letting the octave be the one that's stretched out, and then when you have just the pinky, let your hand relax and squeeze in a little bit. So we've got a stretch, then a relax, then a stretch, then a relax. Stretch, relax, stretch, relax, and then back down. Stretch, relax, stretch, relax. Here is exercise 6 for trills. It's kind of hard to see the fingering for this, but it's actually finger 2 and 4. So finger 3 is going to be left out of this exercise. So we're going to get used to just having that finger 3 be relaxed while we're working fingers 2 and 4, staying close to the keys. So 2 and 4 are naturally more the same length, so we don't have to angle our hand as much as we would have to for 2 and 3. So it's a little bit straighter. And we are going to start with a down, up, up kind of motion with the wrist. So down, up, up, gentle. 3 is just hanging out there on the black keys. Then the groups of 4 notes, it's going to be drop, push off, or drop, lift. But you want to give that lift some energy. Same thing, black keys. Now this time we do have to turn at an angle because we don't want to get our second finger way in there. So 2 is going to be here, 4 is going to be here. Here is exercise 7 for the repeated notes. I find it most helpful to think of this one as kind of like a little zigzag, like this. So finger 2 is going to play on the top part of it, and the 1 is on the bottom. And by the way, the numbers for this are 2, 1 for the first measure, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then 3, 2. So on the way up, you're going to kind of have a bigger zigzag because there's a lot of space between fingers 1 and 2. On the way down, not so much. So they're almost occupying the same spot. But if you let your second finger be down here and your third finger be up here, then I think you'll be successful. So let's do that slowly. And by the way, for this, the wrist is not low on this one, it's a little bit higher. See the thumb? So the second finger is playing higher, the thumb's playing lower, then on the way down, they're occupying a space that's like this. Here we go, one more time. So wrist is up, touch, move the second finger, back down. Here is exercise number 8 for double thirds. And in this exercises, this is as all of them have been, we're finding our good position, rolling up, and then we're going to keep 5 and 3 there and use your brain power to will fingers 4, 2 to come down at the same time. And then just a little press for the tenuto. Big one for the first one. Really listening to see, can you get those notes to sound exactly together? In part 2, we're going to have 5, 3 be a unit, and 4, 2 is a unit. I think down, roll up. It's really handy to practice this exercise in different positions so you feel how it changes when we're navigating the black keys. Here is exercise 9 for the triads. Great exercise for keyboard geography, just finding that next group of triads as you go up the piano. Slowly, the left hand will roll up, right hand up, then left hand over, right hand under, and then on the way down, right hand will go over and the left hand will go under. Rolling up for the full pad of the hand. One more time, over. I also, when I'm doing these triads, I also will just do it in minor to feel the minor. And then the second portion is a roll through of those chords. And I like to think that my wrists are just making little circles. So roll, circle. We could do the circle the other way for practice. Here is exercise number 10 for the 5 fingers. So we get hands set in a nice quasi half moon shape. I know in the half moon, the 2 and 3 are kind of close together. Just imagine 3 is the highest point. And what we're going to do is a wrist dip for the first part. So hands are on the tips and the wrist is going to roll through and lift. And the second portion, you can either go up, like with your wrist going like that, or you can roll it back down. So it's a, or rolling up and then pressing this way. A couple different ways you can do that. So for the second portion, holding the thumb down, don't overlap any of the top notes. Really nice and clear on the tips. Side position for exercise number 10. Notice the wrist's going to come down and up. You can do this 2 different ways. If you want to have the wrist go down and then rotate back down, you can do it that way. Or you can do down on the way up and then pushing this way, passing through the notes like so. Here is exercise number 11 for skips. Again, super spread out C chord. We'll start with me up here, the pinky. And we're just going to go between me, do. Just getting that keyboard geography. Here is exercise 12 for the chords. This is inversions of a 4-note C chord. So this is going to lock in the fingering for this inversion, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 4, 5. So I like to think about this as down, up, 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 and then we're going to hold this. Notice when I go to the next inversions, we've got this U shape here. We're not doing straight, straight, straight. That would cause tension, so we want to have it feel as a little bit more spread out like this. The other thing about this one is when you are done playing your thumb and you're lifting your wrist up, don't keep your thumb down here. Get your thumb hovering over where it's going to go down again. Down, hover. Here is exercise number 13 for the tremolos. And this one is interesting because we're going to find our balance, so to speak, at the beginning. So holding finger 3, and then we're in a C second inversion triad, jiggling between. Notice my hands are not coming off the keys. We're just staying very close to the keys. And the second portion of this is the same thing without holding the third finger. By the way, when you see right here in this portion of the music, those are half notes. That means just play the same amount that you've just been playing before. So we're going to anchor in 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Let's repeat. Part 2, same thing without holding the middle finger. And here's exercise 13, side view, locking in finger 3, and then rotating back and forth. Then removing finger 3 and outsides only. This is a full playthrough of Boris Berlin's Essential Daily Exercises for Piano. This is set number 6. We'll start with the right hand and then alternate to the left hand and play through the entire set. So here's exercise 1. We're going to stretch our hands out, get a nice bridge position, and aim to keep the curvature of the hand as we go up all the way 1 octave. Grouping those in groups of 4, then move up, drop, gentle wrist motions to keep your hands flexible. Try to play this with a nice firm tone. The left hand's going to go the other way, down the keyboard. Focusing on the bridge. My left hand's a little bit harder to do. I'm not left-handed. So focusing on playing on the tips. One more. Here's exercise 2 for relaxation, small 5-finger scales using the main finger pad of finger 2. So rolling up. No extra motion here. You find the key and you play through it. We'll repeat that one time. Gently lift with your wrist. Left hand, same thing. Different angle for the left hand though. Keeping the fingers firm, but yet feel like you're sinking in a little bit. Here's exercise 3 for stretching with the right hand. We'll set up with the angle going this way and just do this one slowly because we're working on this area here. We don't want to stretch that too much. Now the hand is slowly going to rotate the other way. Do that one more time. Down, touch, touch, down, touch, touch, down, touch, touch. Slightly shifting. Left hand, same thing. See how the hand's shifting. Left hand, a little less control in my left hand. Think about it more. Now I'm shifting. I'm thinking about relaxing my second finger. Here's the passing of the hand in the scales. Exercise 4, trying to maintain the shape here of those 2 fingers and then the thumb underneath a little bit further out of the keys. We'll repeat that. Now fingers 1 and 2, locking in the shape of the cross under. And the last one, 1, 3. Putting into muscle memory those shapes of the scale. So the left hand is going to be this shape here. What is the angle of the hand? We'll do all the repeats on this one. Then 2, 1. And 3, 1. Next is number 5 for octaves. We are going to stretch on the octave, relax in between. So stretch, relax, stretch, relax. Back down. And we'll do that one more time. This helps you voice your octaves, bringing out one note of the octave, getting used to the angle of the hand when it's in a stretched position. Left hand, here we go. Stretch, relax, stretch. Feel one of the ways you're going to feel like you're stretching more. This one you'll feel like it's a larger stretch on the way back down. Here's exercise 6 for the trills. We're trying to get our fingers on the same plane, and we are using fingers 2 and 4. 2 more. 1 more. We're going to feel drop, press, drop, the black key. And the left hand. So finger 3 feels kind of lost during these exercises. We get 2 and 4 on the same plane. Of 4, drop, up, drop, push off. And with the black key, here's exercise 7 for repeated notes. Look where your fingers are placed on the white keys for this one. Then 2, 3, 2, 3. Left hand's going to start with 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Playing the first note a little bit louder, the first note in the groups of the 2 8th notes. Here's number 8 for double thirds. So we can set, stand up on 5 and 3, and we're going to do each repeat twice. One more. Feel kind of up on the second one, touch and up. Now part 2, we'll just do this 2 times. Feel your fingers as a unit. Big down, little down. Left hand, standing up, 3, 5, here we go. Focusing on fingers 4 and 2. See if you can get your thumb to just relax. My thumb is not relaxed. One more time. Feel the fingers as a unit. One more time. Here's exercise 9 for triads with the crossovers. So we'll do one slow and one a little quicker. So we have quick pull-ups. Let's do it a little bit faster. And then do 2 repeats of this. Over the top. Feel the different ways the wrist can go in a circle. Here's exercise 10 for the 5 fingers. Going up and down. Up. Fingers nice and firm. Now we're going to lock the thumb there. No overlap on the top. Left hand going up. Down, up. Some of the notes might go out of the vision here. Starting on an E, we're spreading out a C chord, so this is mi, do, so, do. Just feeling those notes of that harmony. Let's do it one more time. Touch, touch. Left hand, the bottom note will be out of the view. It's a G or a so. 1, 1, 5, 1. Let's do that 2 more times. Just keep your hand very loose and flexible with this one. Here's exercise number 12 for the chords, chord inversions. We'll do it slowly and then a little bit quicker on the repeat. So down, get the thumb hovering. Touch, touch, left, lift. A little quicker. Notice the angle right here. Ready, go. Let's do that one more time. Left hand, U shape. One more time. Actually, we'll do this twice, a little faster. Thumb is hovering over its next position. Finally, exercise 13 for the tremolos, locking in finger 3. We'll do 2 repeats. Here we go. One more. Now part 2, we'll do this 3 times as well. No third finger. Keeping your arm really loose. Left hand, locking in finger 3 here on G. So we'll do this 3 times. 2 more. You want to keep your hands in the keys. 2 and 3. Thank you for watching this tutorial and playthrough for Boris Berlin's Essential Daily Exercises number 6. I find it most helpful to stay on an exercise for 2 to 4 weeks, trying it in several keys and making sure to watch your hands at the piano so you can make sure that they are doing each exercise correctly. I appreciate you watching, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel for more videos on piano technique. Thanks again for watching.